New Orleans, the Crescent City, was alive with the sultry rhythms of jazz as I, gray shadows, sauntered down Bourbon Street. My fedora sat low over my eyes, and Ink, my loyal Cane Corso, trotted alongside me. The air was thick with humidity, and the scent of gumbo wafted through the French Quarter. It was a city known for its secrets, and tonight, I was about to unearth a dark one. I had been called to New Orleans by an old friend, Detective Lorraine LeBlanc. She'd been assigned to a case that had the entire city on edge. A series of bizarre murders had been plaguing the city, each victim found with a voodoo doll pierced by pins. Lorraine met me at a dimly lit cafe, her eyes weary from sleepless nights. "Gray," she said, "we've got a real mess on our hands." I sipped my coffee, the rich brew warming my insides. "Tell me what you've got so far." Lorraine slid a folder across the table, and I flipped it open to reveal gruesome crime scene photos. The victims were from different walks of life, but each had a connection to the world of voodoo: tour guides, fortune tellers, and even a renowned voodoo priestess. The common thread was impossible to ignore. As I examined the evidence, Lorraine filled me in on the details. The murders were ritualistic, the voodoo dolls painstakingly crafted with the victim's hair, clothing, and personal items. It was as if the killer had harnessed the ancient power of voodoo to exact revenge. We started our investigation in the heart of the French Quarter, seeking answers from the voodoo community. Mysterious figures lurked in the shadows, and the air was charged with an eerie energy. We spoke to Mama Elise, a respected voodoo priestess who claimed to have had visions of the murders. She told us of a powerful artifact, the Heart of Damballa, rumored to grant its possessor unimaginable power. It had gone missing from her collection just before the murders began. Our suspects ranged from a vengeful ex-lover of one of the victims to a rival voodoo practitioner seeking the Heart of Damballa's power. But the case took an unexpected turn when we discovered that Mama Elise's own son, Jean-Claude, had recently returned to New Orleans after years abroad. Jean-Claude was an enigmatic figure with a dark past. He had a reputation for being involved in underground occult circles, and his return coincided with the murders. When we confronted him, his eyes held secrets, and his alibis were shaky at best. But just as we were closing in on the truth, another murder occurred, and it was Jean-Claude who found the victim, a voodoo tour guide named Marie Laveau. His alibi checked out, and he claimed to have stumbled upon the scene by chance. As the days passed, the tension in the city grew. The voodoo community held a ritual to cleanse the city of the dark energy, and the streets were filled with incense and chanting. But the murders continued, each one more gruesome than the last. I couldn't shake the feeling that there was a deeper conspiracy at play. The voodoo dolls, the missing Heart of Damballa, it was all connected, and I was determined to unravel the mystery. Ink and I delved deeper into Jean-Claude's past, tracing his connections to a secret society obsessed with the occult. It led us to an underground chamber beneath an abandoned cemetery, where we uncovered a cache of voodoo dolls, each one meticulously crafted to resemble the victims. It was there, in that eerie chamber, that the truth was finally revealed. Jean-Claude had been seeking the Heart of Damballa, believing it would grant him the power to resurrect his deceased sister, the voodoo priestess, who had died under mysterious circumstances. He had crafted the voodoo dolls in a desperate attempt to harness the heart's power. In the end, it was Jean-Claude's obsession with the Heart of Damballa that had driven him to commit the murders, believing that the ritualistic killings would activate the artifact's magic. It was a twisted path of vengeance and redemption. As the sun set over the Mississippi, Jean-Claude was taken into custody, and the city breathed a sigh of relief. The dark secrets of voodoo had been laid bare, and the Crescent City could finally find its rhythm again. Ink and I walked through the French Quarter one last time, the strains of jazz drifting through the humid air. New Orleans was a city of magic and mystery, and sometimes even the darkest secrets were hidden in plain sight.